with the coddle spam out of the melts.
Yeah, and Ori is, when I think Ori, I think Puck, and I think World Devour. So I would think he knows this matchup. But when you actually look at his numbers, I didn't know this. Templar Assassin's his most played hero in terms of pro games, and it's also most successful in terms of his heroes over 50 games, with his highest win rate at like 67%. So something that the team and himself are very confident in.
Absolutely, and you look at this matchup so far, and you know it's going to be a little bit of a battle for Regen, I'm sure, at some point. But already OD getting a little bit of the better of Ori there, although he was able to secure that range. And you look at this matchup so something to keep our eyes on there. Be a little bit of a battle for Regen, I'm sure, at some point. But already OD getting a little bit of the better of Ori there. In the south, he was able to back up. And you look at this matchup, so something to keep our eyes on there. Be a little bit of a battle for Regen, I'm sure, at some point. Already OD getting a little bit of the better of Ori there. In the south, he was able to back up.
Yeah, I appreciate having an eye on this
Something
lane
to keep
because
our
you
eyes
know
on
this is
there. A
any
little bit of a battle for Regen, I'm sure.
I think it's also a little awkward
a little bit of
quick
a
winning
better
right there.
in the south. He was able to back up.
Yeah, I appreciate having an eye on this
Something
lane
to keep
because
our
you
eyes
know
on
this is
there. A
any
little bit of a battle
sensitive.
for Regen, I'm
I
sure.
think it's also a little awkward
A little bit of a
quick
better
winning right there.
in the south. He was able to back up.
Yeah, I
So far, so
appreciate
good.
having an eye on this lane because you know this is
A
any
little bit of a battle
sensitive.
for Regen, I'm
I
sure.
think it's also a little awkward
A little bit of a
quick
better
winning right
in
there.
the south. He was able to back up.
Yeah, I
So far, so
appreciate
good.
having an eye on this lane. I
Something to
don't
keep our
know
eyes
this is
on there. A
any
little bit of a battle.
sensitive kills at like level 3 or something with the second point in the Blade Fury, but just early on, you're just able to basically press the attack yourself and just either man up and fight, or you might even just get to the boots before him, and it's not really a very scary lane.
You can just see the constant spam out there. We'll get that range creep, but another one denied by Ori as he comes out of the Astral. So more pressure early there as salves were brought out simultaneously. And the thing that I'm really curious about here is you talked about TNC not really having those heroes that can move around. In a certain way, it feels like Vici don't either. It's kind of just more like trying to get ahead in the lanes. There aren't that many heroes that are going to be like roaming around trying to find kills, it feels like.
Yeah, it's more like we can just push into towers. And oh, a sneaky pull there from DY just to reset this a little bit. It's like a small drag back on the lane. Even though he knows that small camp's going to die like right away, he's able to get some semblance of a pull off. And oh, he's trying to get real sneaky here. Oh, DY. All right, DY is trying to enhance the meta with that pull. That was all right. He just gets a stack anyway. We're good.
Easy peasy. Yeah, and you can see the Mirana comes in, takes down that large creep. There's Armel again taking a bit of a beating, but will heal back up afterwards and get a little bit of all chat out there. You love to see it in the early goings of a best-of-5. The mental warfare between the two mids is something we're going to need to keep our eyes on. So far, at least, doesn't feel like anybody's getting completely bodied, but maybe that will change as time goes on. There's the glyph, just interrupting the easy CS onto that range creep.
The old relax, grand final, game 1. No one going too crazy. Nothing hyper aggressive. The old 6-minute first blood, it feels like at this point. Everyone's got like full health right now across the board.
It definitely feels like it's going to be more around possibly those bounty rune engagements that we've sometimes seen as DY is going to go. Not sure if this is for another pull here or just to try and stack it up, but won't work either way. My
biggest concern right now is that Gabby's not winning this lane more. It's like, I don't necessarily think that you should, because I mean, Omni's obviously a very fortuitous laner, but the problem is that you've got an Undying on your team. And when it comes to supports, Undying is like, first 7 minutes, I'm supposed to really give a solid edge to my safe laner, and then I can be useless. But right now, you got to be kind of useful.
Yeah, making things happen, trying to put the pressure on. And like you said, Gabby having a nice time of it as they continue to square up a little bit there in the mid lane. Ori gets more of those hits off. And they'll back out again, regen up, and head their own ways. But yeah, you look at it, TNC, all top 3 of the CS right now. And the main one that's suffering right now is that Jug, 15-1.
Yeah, he is DY just non-existent because it is Keeper of the Light, so he's doing the double stacks. He's even going to get away with the double stack and his bounty runes, so because KP shouldn't be able to contest the Blinding Light. As, yeah, almost got the kill bit. But this is because the Templar Assassin's dire side, so there's more pressure on the supports. I mean, it's before the ulti anyway for the TA, but like obviously she can't really get stacks for herself on the dire side at all. So it's the responsibility of the Keeper of the Light in these games to do that as DY goes for another one of his cheeky little pulls.
That was just another round of 2 bounty runes apiece. Juggernaut trying to regen up after that early pressure that was coming out onto him from the Legion commander. But as we said, with Jug too, with these pulls going on, eventually those creeps will catch back up to him. Which might take a little bit of time as Ori's getting a lot of insta
KP's after the healing ward up top. They're blinding light and keeping him away. He just chased it all the way back to the wall.
Dude, he doesn't care at all. They come in,
Tim's
they take it down.
No, it expired.
Oh, man. Well, frustrating going there, but KP is actually just comfortable continuing to take these tower shots. That way the catapult's going to stay alive and they can keep the pressure on. Eurus is actually going to spin for this one. They have to go for the TP away.
Oh, man, that was a spin and a blinding light. They were trying to sync up there. Excellent offensive glyph there from TNC. They have just driven them out of this lane, and now he's shrining up Eurus with that Templar Assassin who's taking those stacks, and he's saying, all right, I got to get back in here. We might need a rotation for my Rubik pretty soon.
This is really rough, and a little bit extra time. KP can keep on tanking that tower while keeping the catapult alive. Blinding light pushback. Another spin. This time it is going to kill off the creeps, it looks like. So some more pressure is now going to be alleviated from the map. This is one of the benefits of having the Moran on your team, is you can just kill that other catapult. No such luxury on the Vici Gaming side.
Meanwhile, March just not really having to do a whole hell of a lot. He does get spotted leaving this area, so pretty likely that ward will get found out here by the side of Vici.
Yeah, not likely that this one's going to be there for free, but it does obviously block out those Ancients.
PYW got a little greedy, only like some sort of a triple stack play there. Timing must be extremely tight, only gets 2. Oh, he's actually that ward does block the Ancients, so there you go. My bad.
All good.
Yeah.
Phase boot's done for Jug. Yang also trying to get towards his. 1,000 gold leads so far with no kills for TNC, just doing a little bit of the out lane. But as the panel talked about, this lineup is more about hitting that timing when they want to push together, which maybe comes at the cost of a little bit of laning advantage. As KP going to run in, thinking about a duel here, as they do have Tim's in the area, could chase for more if they want. But they're just going to be able to bully back Eurus, force out another healing ward, and back to the races.
That was pretty tempting. Like, duel into arrow even this early. Felt like there might have been an opportunity there, but they're going to try and whittle him down a little bit further. And one thing I've noticed is they've been kind of spamming the chakra over and over onto Eurus to try and keep the healing ward coming back faster.
Oh.
A little bit of a neat interaction there.
Yeah, knowing that that pressure is going to come onto this Legion. Yeah, it definitely feels like this Juggernaut is much more just about that healing ward in the mid-game when they were
March is going back in, so his obs got de-warded that was blocking the Ancients. And then he just did the solo smoke play, and now he's trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, the scan hits, so he knows that they're in here. He doesn't want to reveal that he's coming into the area. So having an inkling that it's going to be TA.
He's going to go for the sneakiest backside sentry. Oh, he's doing it down here.
Baller.
All right, perfect. Now it does.
That's really sick.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he scans it, knows that the TA is there, and then heads around the other way so this one doesn't get de-warded.
This is such a fun game for March. He doesn't have to do anything. Like, he is a CK in the safe lane. All he's doing is these little ward battles.
And in the meantime, Tim's is taking away the rest of their jungle, able to block it out, shutting down this early pressure that they could come.
Now, here's the problem, though. Oh, as that's been a problem. Gabby, that's 3 heroes coming in.
Oh, the slowdown. They're chasing Gabby in some trouble. March trying to save his core. Not going to happen. The 9-minute first blood, as they might be able to find another not quite there for the kill.
So now here's the one problem, is that talking about how March hasn't had to do anything, his lane's so easy, the CK can do it all himself, probably shouldn't be an Undying then, one would think. Maybe you could argue that they can't pressure him at all, and that's like, I mean, the Rubik was kind of still there the whole time anyway, so I don't know. March, he likes this hero a lot, though. You know, the value in deaths, even in the mid-game, the control over objectives with the tombstones, and the sustain of the soul rip, so we won't write it off completely yet, just because it hasn't had the most stellar first 10 minutes.
Well, and the other thing that goes along with that is that, you know, you have this
Gabby has TP'd back in here alone, and they are not afraid.
You gotta be careful there, buddies. Another TP is coming in, though, now from Armel. Apparently, they want to fight.
March is getting the bounty on it. March is just, this is his zone. I don't know how it keeps working out this way.
Everybody TP's in to try and stop it, and March just picks up the bounties. He's able to back out of there. Rubik did steal Arrow on the other side of the map, it looks like, and we'll see if they actually decide to fully go into the punish on March. It looks like they will be able to. Blinding Light push back yet again. Soul Rip. Arrow not going to connect. One more punch. He's making him work for it. Space created. Oh, he couldn't get to the creeps in time.
bit too much there.
But yeah, it's, you know, not looking terrible at all for TNC right now. You know, you lose March a couple times, whatever. You got a very farm CK in the duel up top, trying to make something happen. They glyph the wave also, and trying to keep that tower alive. Omni Slash comes out, not going to kill KP. They take down the tier 1 tower top as KP runs away, has phase boots and the TP. Looks like he is going to be able to make it. And in fact, might just take these ones on a bit of a walk.
Yeah, he'll do his little dance away. Stolen arrow, though. Whoa, it's not over yet. PYW.
Looking for the angle.
Once he comes down the stairs. I don't know. There's not enough help, I don't think.
Nah.
Stolen arrow is very nice. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any points in Supremacy yet because he's only level 6. So don't get that bonus value.
So like, TA, these are my camps now.
He does have it for arrowing this catapult, though. That would be the huge play right now. Unfortunately, he's out of mana. I had to use the Fade Bolt for the wave to draw it off instead.
Wow, and they're taking this tower yet again. One extra shot there, and he will throw out the arrow to take down that catapult. So that stops a lot of the pressure onto that tower. Well
but
played.
At the same time, Yang takes the tower in the bottom lane, and all of this freedom for Gabby. Suddenly he's just driven off the lane into the jungle. And Yang is the one who truly has the real space in this game, saving the point as well. No, he's not actually. Thought he might be holding the Heavenly Grace for the potential gank, but yeah, just a 4-3-1. Very safe build for him.
And you can see that the Mirana has been given a lot of space in this game also. She's, what is that, around 800 gold behind the Juggernaut right now, who really hasn't had the best of games after getting the pressure coming from KP. She is going to pressure back Eurus a little bit here and gets a lane to herself because of that nice retreat ability. Chase forward, and Will-O-Wisp drop down for March. Purification finds the kill, and now it's also caught KP as Yang brazenly walking forward and able to put the pressure on.
I think the panel was pointing out there's not a whole lot of stuns in this game, especially at the side of Vici. They basically have like Will-O-Wisp and then Rubik's Lift, and hopefully if he steals something, and then the eventual Meld Bash perhaps. So if they want to commit for a kill like that, they kind of have to just drop down the Will-O-Wisp. It's kind of like an early black hole. Yeah, it's only a 2-minute cooldown though, and it's just, you know, if you can secure a kill with it, it's great. Ideally, it's a core that you get, and not just March, who's definitely not the Undying this game, as he makes up 2 of the 3.
Gabby taking some damage down bottom. Yeah, it's kind of interesting too, though, because normally you'd say, all right, let's punish. Let's try and make something happen. Will-O-Wisp is down. But they can't really with these heroes. There's not really that much that they can do pressure-wise.
And then when you're looking for pressure coming from VG, you're thinking, okay, well, what's my TA doing? And again, we have this Blink first TA. Seems to be more popular than the Deso first TA in the majority of our games we've been having as of late. And whenever we see that, we think, okay, well, who are we killing? Like, let's blow some people up.
Everybody running in right now. 4 heroes just streaming towards KP, and they're really wanting to keep the pressure on for this tower. Have Heavenly Grace for the save if they need it.
So tanky right now.
It's really hard to put any type of pressure on the Yang. Bracer, Medallion.
4 points, Heavenly Grace.
Sorry, he shows up. Blink away, though. That's going to keep him from getting stunned by the CK. Moonlight Shadow. Do they want to try and take this fight? There's a TD rune up top that's going to be claimed by Eurus, but only has that 1 point in Omni Slash. It looks like they want to try and keep this pressure on, group together a little bit.
So the last time they did this, they didn't have the TA with them, and they were still waiting on the Will-O-Wisp. Now you can see 3 seconds left, perfectly timed from VG Gaming. The second Will-O-Wisp is up there, ready to fight again, because they know they need this.
Oh, careful, careful. Moving in. Ori, he's got the blink. Chase forward, looking for KP, but the Will-O-Wisp is not there. It only connects onto March. On the other side, KP is just walking away, and DY actually is going to die to the tower. So that ends up working out fabulously, and Armel trying to chase the big old ulti drop down with the overwhelming odds afterwards. They get demolished. Holy hell. Vici, what happened?
The initiation was off. This is going to be one of those fights where you're going to see the start again, and you're going to be, yeah, the replay will be fantastic because right at the beginning, March throws the tombstone up on the cliff. As you said, KP's kind of running north, and Connell was coming at like the worst possible angle for the way that KP ran. That was a perfect escape by him. If he tried to go back to the tier 2 tower, he would have got caught inside, and then you have Armel coming from the high ground.
Oof. And Armel, these early goings, Veil, along with the Kaya, just completely destroys them. And you said, you know, Tombstone or rather Undying not doing that much. He did a hell of a lot in that fight at the very least.
Yeah, they managed to drag the whole fight around that tombstone. Then the fight's just like not gonna happen anymore, and they start running away. So, and RML too. Like, how often do you get that like really early sub 15-minute good feeling fight for an OD player, right? Tends to come a little bit later for him, but he already has the Veil, the Kaya, and he's working. He buys the Yasha, so a very aggressive build right now. And this is into the Blink TA. That is Blink TA's first fight is not supposed to look like that. You want that immediate explosion. And instead, it was just diving under the tower. Yeah, yeah, it was DY standing right next to Ori when he just blew up from the tower, and then the rest of his team followed suit.
And that led into 4 bounty runes afterwards for TNC. Towers taken so far are mid and top for TNC. Vici still struggling as